This is the First Date post-game show with Terry Bradshaw.
Welcome once again to the First Date post-game show. I'm Terry Bradshaw, but not that Terry Bradshaw. With me, as always, is dating analyst and former UW dating all-star Lance Kilpatrick.
Hi, everybody.
Now, this week, of course, the big matchup was between Brad Schilling and Kathy Bickford, and our guest today, who played a tight offense, is Brad himself. Welcome, Brad.
Thanks.
Now, Brad, you seemed confident going into this date, despite last week's tremendous dumping by Lisa Rinaldi. Did that affect your date with Kathy?
Not at all, Terry. I mean, sure, Lisa was a disappointment, but you gotta just put that out of your head and move ahead to the next date. And that's what I did with Kathy.
Okay, now I'm getting word from the bathroom that Kathy is out of the showers now. We have her standing by. Kathy, what are your thoughts on the date?
Well, Terry, I knew this was going to be a tough date, but I felt prepared. I'd seen Brad's previous dating films, so I knew what kind of moves he was likely to try.
Kathy, Lance Kilpatrick here. You were the underdog coming into this date. Your last 3 dates all ended with a handshake and a promise of, "I'll call you." Did that affect you?
Well, my confidence was definitely a little shaken, and consequently, I think my defense was a little weak during the first half of the date. Brad is a good, solid dater, but he is predictable. I allowed him to complete a few more passes than I should have, but my main goal was to keep him from scoring early on.
Now, Brad, you were ahead in the early game, but you ran into some trouble as the second half started. Now, what happened at halftime there?
Okay, after the first half, I felt the momentum of the date was definitely with me. I thought I saw an opening, so when I went into the bathroom at halftime, I bought a condom from the little machine.
Right.
I got overconfident, which you cannot do, well, as you know from your Super Bowl experience, Terry.
I'm not that Terry Bradshaw. But that brings us to our cold-filtered Miller Genuine Draft Ice Lagered Cold Icy Filtered Light GDL Draft key play of the day. And it happened just as Brad was returning to the dating field. And Lance, why don't you give us the play-by-play here?
Okay, here you can see Brad returning from the bathroom. As he sits down, he loses control of the condom, which falls from his breast pocket. Brad tries to recover the fumble, but it gets intercepted by Kathy. Let's listen.
What the hell is this?
It's not for you, okay? I mean, it is for you, but not in the way that you, no, wait, okay. It's...
Okay, here's where Brad gets hurt. Right here.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
Whew.
Let's take a look at that again in slow motion. And, Brad, maybe you can tell us what was going through your mind right here.
I was just praying it wasn't going to aggravate that old groin injury.
Yeah. Okay, we'll return to the second half of this date and its surprising conclusion, but let's take a quick look at some of the other dates happening today. It is a high-scoring date in the Windy City, as Al Leach and Linda Musser have already checked into a cheap motel. However, Al has an unfortunate reputation for choking in situations like this. Maybe he can lose that label today. In Tucson, it's the annual grudge date between Mitch Groff and Ali Struble. This is the 8th year in a row these two dating powers have tried to make things work out. But it doesn't look good, because early in the first quarter, Allie has already dredged up that old story about how Mitch broke her favorite lamp. And over in the alternative dating conference, Dwayne and Trevor are having an exciting date, starting from the opening coin toss, when Dwayne, in a surprising move, elected to receive. We'll keep you updated on that. And right now, let's get back to this week's date and the final play of the date, and what a final play it was, huh, Lance?
This one came out of nowhere, folks. Just as it looked like things were dead even, a surprise play came in from the sidelines. Take a look.
Excuse me, there's a phone call for you. It's your babysitter. She says your 2-year-old won't stop crying.
Thanks.
You've got a kid?
Well, sort of. Just a small one.
Okay, the waiter should have been called for interference right there, but that didn't happen. Instead, Brad forfeits the date, leaving Kathy to pay the bill.
Nice going, Brad.
Hey, you never told me about the kid. That's too many players.
Well, be that as it may, this one was a date for the record books. And that's all the time we have. But be sure to join us next week for what should be a very interesting matchup as Brad takes on Kathy's babysitter. We'll see you then. Good night.